Good morning, Bob. Good morning. Welcome back to the 90 Day to Travel Bold. Gosh, it's already day 27. When I challenged myself to do these 90 days going live, it was a challenge to myself, So we nearly, a third into the challenge now, and I'm really enjoying it. I hope you're getting values from, these little live in the morning that I do for you. So we talked about a lot already: money, packing, fee, whatever's happening in the world, etc. Um, being safe. Today, I want to talk about something a little bit different. To go a little bit deeper. We touch on that, but yeah. So the title, I think it's: Are you a tourist or are you a traveler? Right? Uh, that question made me smile and also question myself. Like, am I a tourist or am I a traveler? Um, I touched on that one, but preparing this one yesterday made me think, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. Interesting. Okay. Because honestly, at our age, I'm 50 plus, and I'm mainly talking to the 50 plus community, 40 plus, or whoever that message touch, right? But my core audience is really talking to the people of my age, because I'm 52, right? So being a tourist is exhausting, right? Touristing, it's exhausting. But when you travel, traveling, uh, it's life changing. It's different. I will explain the difference. My difference, what I think about being a tourist, what is a tourist and what is a traveler. Okay, so um, the kind of trips that I'm talking about: running around all day. Okay, trying to see everything, 10 places in 2 days. You know what I'm talking about, right? When I was in my 20s, maybe in my 30s, yes, I would try to do that. Absolutely, right? And then you come back tired than when you left. Okay, you're supposed to go and rest and enjoy your time, and you come back, you completely dead tired, and you need another vacation just to recover from the holiday, being a tourist. So for me, that's the difference. Okay, so I'd like to hear from you. Okay, in the comment, are you a fast traveler, see everything, or are you a slow traveler, sit at a cafe for 3 hours and watch the people go by with their life, etc. I think it's a very good distinction to do, when you are a traveler or when you are a tourist. And a tourist for me is somebody that may not go there really to know the country, to know the locals, the person that will go hit the main landmark. It's a gross generalization, right? There may be tourists that are doing things differently, okay? But generally, it's the people. For me, a tourist is somebody, I took that example last time, somebody who would go in a resort, stay in the resort, sunbathe, go to the end of the world in another country, but never see the country because they're in the resort with all the other tourists and foreigners, and they don't try to get to know the people, the local, the food, you know. But they will tell you, I've been to Turkey, but I've actually never spoke to a local apart from people serving you in the resort. That's a tourist for me. A traveler is somebody that most traveler would not stand being in a resort for the entire holiday. I'm not saying go in the resort. Resort are cool. Everything is inside, luxury food, everything is there. You also test a bit of the culture there because they do dances and stuff and shows. you know. But a tourist would want to go out of that resort, would want to, a traveler, I mean, will want to go deep inside the country, the people, the food, the culture, get lost in the street, etc. That's the difference. And the traveler is also somebody who takes his time, okay, who's not trying to just touch, put their foot on the country and then like, okay, I've been here, but I've been there for 30 seconds. Some people, that's the tourist, right? Some people will be like, I had a layover of 3 minutes and I came outside of the airport, stand on the front of the airport and then count it as I've been to India. But you actually never even went inside like a public transportation or whatever. But you've been to India because you've set foot in on the continent. That doesn't count. Anyway, I'm just being silly with this. But you know, for me now, okay, I don't want to just see a place. I want to feel it. Okay. Um, I want to take my time, go to the local market, sit somewhere, okay, just be there. That's a traveler. Okay, that's a traveler. For me, that's the difference. Let me know what you think. Okay, maybe I don't know. It's my definition. Let me know what you think. Okay, what is a tourist for you and what is a traveler? And um, that's why when I talk about moving to France, okay, people are asking, what are you going to do there? You know, all day. Number one, I'm French. I've grew up there, but I'm just going to be. Okay, I'm just going to live my life. I'm not, I didn't even have in mind saying, oh, I'm going to France, I'm gonna have to do this and that. No, I'm just going to be. So this is the difference for me. Okay. For me, a tourist is stressed. Okay. Tourists are completely stressed out because they're trying to do everything. They're moving way too fast and they're just trying to um, tick like a box. Okay. Traveler are curious. Okay. Tourists need everything to go to a plan. Okay. Uh, and travelers adapt. Traveler adapt to what if, because life is not going to stop. Things happen. Okay. And for me, that's the big difference. Okay. And with, let's say, I've spoke to you about my trip to Turkey next month, right? Right now, if things changes and I can't go, well, you know, it's okay. I'm not going to panic, but a tourist may panic. Okay, a as the traveler that I am, I just see things in a different way. Okay, um, you know, I will adapt to whatever will come. So I'm very curious, guy, to hear your point of view of that. Are you considering yourself as a tourist? Or are you considering yourself as a traveler? Okay. That's also what I want to build here. Okay. Not a group of tourists, people that just want to, you know, go fast and just say that they've been to a country, but they don't know anything about the country, the people, and etc. Okay. Uh, I want to create a group of people, of traveler, okay, who want real experiences, you know, not just pictures. And I've said several times I would love to have a group of traveler of over 50, over 40, you know, to go on adventures together, right? But that's what I'm talking about, travelers, people that are curious, not people that will come for is a long list of all the places to hit in 5 days. Like, okay, now we're gonna run ourselves completely drained and tired, and we wouldn't have seen anything, okay, because we would just want to run around, okay, jumping here and there, and not really take the time to enjoy the place. So, today, just think about this, okay? Are you collecting places or are you actually experiencing them? It's a honest question to ask yourself when you go somewhere. Okay. And for me, next time you go visit a country, don't just sit in the resort at the beach and back to the resort. Sometimes the resort even have beaches inside, a beach inside. I've been to one in Tunisia, and then I was crazy after 2 days. It was my first time to go to a resort. I needed to leave the resort because it was like a prison, you know, a rose prison. I just wanted to go to meet the people, the real life, right? Because I'm not here collecting places, like ticking boxes, like tick, tick, I've been to here, but I haven't been nowhere. Okay. I've been in the same environment with the same tourists that came like me just to be in a sunny place, but don't care about the culture, the people, etc. Right? Um, a tourist for me as well, and I'm gonna be judgmental here. Forgive me, I'm a 50 plus, maybe that's why. A tourist is for me is somebody that will go in Dubai. I live there. And in Bahrain, I lived in the Middle East for almost 5 years. Will arrive and wear a bikini and don't respect the culture because they're there, because there's the sun, there's a tourist, a traveler for me is somebody that understands the culture of the country they're going to because they would have studied it before going and they would respect the people and the culture in which they're going to, right? For me, that's a big, big difference. And that's what I teach my kids. I mean, my kids grew up also in the Middle East, so they understand that they're not going to go to a Muslim country that they want to visit and wear nothing. Like you see, all these women are covered. It's not your culture, yes, but if you are in that country, respect it. Cover yourself. Don't go to a temple without a shawl on your shoulder and you just have like a strapped top, right? That's for me is the difference. Okay, tourists just want to collect places, not really understanding where they're going. Just like, okay, I've been here, I've been there, but you haven't been nowhere. Okay, you've just been collecting. A traveler experience things. A traveler respect the culture where they're going to. They want to know where they are. They want to understand the culture of the people, right? There's my friend Dora right now who is in Bali, and for me, that's a traveler. That's a deep, a core traveler. She goes to guys. In case somebody spoke and said something, I didn't put my phone here to check if there's any messages because I can't see messages sometimes. Uh, she is somebody who really respect the culture. She will go taste local food. She will go to uh, local um, experiences, right? Last time she shared a burial. I know, guys, it can sound morbid, but it's so beautiful at the same time. The way it is done in Bali, you know. And I look at it and I'm like, wow, it's beautiful. And she was saying it's sad, but it's beautiful at the same time. The way they prepare a burial in Bali, right? It's something that I have not seen before. So beautiful. That's a traveler for me. Okay, it's not a tourist. A tourist may not even stop for that because they want to go hit whatever we do in Bali. I don't know, I haven't been there and I haven't really studied what's happening there. But it's on my list to go certainly. Hopefully, I can be there next month. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. So, I'll let you reflect on that. Hey, friend. Hi, Pernia. Bernia, let me know, are you a tourist or a traveler? But because you are my friend and I spoke to you several times and you are a deep, intelligent woman, and I know, but guys, I'm not saying that tourists aren't intelligent, okay? I'm talking about my friend here and the kind of topic she share on the channel. She's an amazing woman, but I know she would be something. And because we're planning a trip together, I know that she's a traveler and not a tourist because she's somebody that would want to go see something cultural about the place, not just hate the place. I think I am 100% sure that you are a traveler. For having spoken to you several times, shared with you, I know you're somebody that will go deeper in the culture where you're going to. You will be curious about the people of the place where you're going to visit, right? I know that. So yeah, thank you, my friend, for being here today. And guys, thank you. Don't forget to like the live and share with somebody that would be interested. And for me, guys, stop checking boxes, right? And start feeling the place where you're going to. It's one of the most amazing thing when you go somewhere and you really, if you leave your place, it's not to. What I find sad is you see those people leaving the UK, let's say, and they all go to Cyprus. Cyprus, there's a lot of British people there, but they will, just go to places where there's also traveler like them. So they're not really experiencing things. I have another couple that I share here as well. Oh my goodness, guys, I forgot your name, the name of your channel. And they actually are travelers. They're curious. They go see ruins. My accent, sorry. They go see the cultural site of the place. I will link the name of the channel underneath here. What's their name? Hoppers. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. Sorry, guys. I'm so bad. Let me check something, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I feel bad for not remembering. I really, really love them. But the channel name is quite unique. For me, they are travelers. I have my friend Zoe here as well that I interview on the channel, Retire and Travel the World. She is a traveler. Okay. Um, so that's for me are the people that the house hoppers. Okay, that's the name of the friend that I was talking about. The Colleen and Carol. I spoke about them last time. These are travelers. I will put their name here because I want you to get inspired by this type of people who really go in the country. Like Cyprus is a place where people will go, and we just go there to, I don't know, but they don't try to understand the people. They don't try to. They will just conquer, congregate. I'm trying to use a word that I can't even pronounce with the same community without understand. Sorry, not even trying to understand the country. Okay, so there's also Zoe. For me, she is a traveler, and that's her name here, uh, a channel name. Okay, retire and travel the world. These are fellow travelers. So let me just put. Yes, definitely. Yes, I know, friend. You are. Guys, it's not to be critical. It's really this. I'm not saying that I'm an expert of anything at all. Uh, I'm just telling you how I feel about being a tourist or being a traveler, right? When you're a traveler, it's something different. You come back with so much um, richness because you've opened up to another culture. It humbles you when you go around the world. You come back always a different person because the culture, the people, the country where you've been to leave like an imprint, a positive one for you. Open your eyes in so many things because you've been curious on how people live, people do things, and the country, the culture. I used to be a tourist, okay? I used to be a tourist. That's why I told you there's countries that I want to go back to because I was just hitting a landmark. Like, okay, I've been there, ding, okay. But if you ask me what's in this country, what is the favorite food, what is the, I can't tell you anything because that was not my goal then. Okay, my goal was just to go in a country and be like, oh, I've been to such place, but I don't know anything about it. Okay, so guys, that's all I had for you today. Okay, um, be and ask yourself honestly that question. Okay, are you a tourist or a traveler? And maybe next time you want to do things differently, even if you only have one day in a country. Well, sometime even happened to me that if I have a long layover and I still want to experience the place, go test the local food of the place. Go a place where you see really local. Talk to somebody on the street. At least be curious. You may not be there for a long time. It's okay. Sometimes we don't have. enough money to go everywhere, but we can still have a taste of the place, but really have a taste of the place. Don't just go to Paris and run to La Tour Eiffel and don't understand La Tour Eiffel, Eiffel Tower, I think in English, right? I try to understand who are French people, right? Parisian, like they're so unique. I was one of them, guys. They're so unique, right? Try to talk to Parisian. Go to a bistro, like I think a bistro would be like I don't know, um, what is it in the UK? Gosh, a pub, right? And sit there, listen to people talking. I had the most amazing experience in Ireland, in Dublin, going to a pub. These people know how to live life. They're so jolly. Everybody talks to everyone. I felt like being in Africa. I'm like, what? This is next door to England. These people, you have the next table, they'll be talking to you, they're joining your conversation, different type of people. But when I arrived at the airport, I was like, it's like I haven't left. It's like I'm still in England. Nope. And I was so happy that I managed to meet somebody. I followed them to a pub, and we I found a friend in that conference, and she was married to Irish. We went to their favorite pub. This was the most amazing experience for me. I wouldn't have been able to experience that if I didn't take a chance and like, let me see how people live. Okay, let me see how people are. And it gave me another idea who were Irish people. You know, I'm not saying it's all of it. I'm planning to go back there because I just stayed 4 days. That was not long ago, long enough. But yes, so be curious about the places where you're going. Well, that's exactly it, Jazz. It opens your mind in so many different ways. You come back with such richness and beauty, 100%. 100%. When you are a traveler and you're curious, guys, it's something that, there's that saying that travel is the, I don't know what the expression is. I can't remember exactly. That makes you richer. It's the only thing where you spend your money and it makes you richer. Yeah, you know certainly what I'm trying to say here because it's true. But that's when really you are a traveler, because it definitely makes you richer. You come back a different person. You come back humble. You come back, I don't know, I've said that already. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you today. Okay. And as for every day, let me put that on the screen. Um, take advantage of the 2 night discounted wherever you want to go. Okay. Next door, I think all the description, all the information are on the description. A guest pass for you to have 2 discounted night worldwide. I want you to have fun. I want you to go out there and experience, even if it's the next town. Be curious about what you're seeing. All right, guys. Thank you, my friend Pernia. Guys, go see this lady. She has an amazing channel. And I love you. Have an amazing day. Tomorrow, we're talking about bucket list, but there's a twist of what I'm going to talk about. So if you can join me here tomorrow, 6 a.m. UK time, please feel free to do so. And have an amazing and fantastic day, guys. Love you. And Zoe, you're not late. You're right on time. Zoe is the lady I was talking to you a minute ago who is a traveler, not a tourist, a traveler. Because go on her channel and you will see that she traveled the world. She's been to many places. And you see the difference with somebody who is traveling and not just being a tourist and hating places, but really experimenting the place. That's Zoe. That's the lady I was talking to you about. So thank you so much for being here, my friend. You are not late. You're right on time, and thank you very much for your support. Um, I'm gonna go now, so I'm gonna go do my walk, and yeah, just wanted to come here and share this with you. Okay, be a traveler, don't be a tourist. Get to know the people where you're going. Be curious about the places where you're going. All right, love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow morning when we talk about bucket list, but with a twist. Okay, so I see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye, guys.